How's it going, guys? Andy here and welcome back to another video. In this one I want to talk to you about the number one thing that can kill your Amazon business. This is really important to fully understand this principle and to get it right, because it can absolutely kill your Amazon business and cause a lot of trouble in the long term. So be sure to watch this all the way to the end. I'm going to outline the issue and I have got a resolution for you, and I'll tell you all about it at the end of this video, so stay tuned. All right, so what is the one thing that can kill your business? Well, it's not understanding your numbers. The numbers in your business are absolutely essential. You've got to understand your profit, your loss, and the cash flow that goes through your business. And this isn't easy. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's gross cash coming back into the business from Amazon. You're constantly buying stock, and obviously you've got profit in there as well, but there's a lot of numbers flying around, and obviously you've got tax to take into consideration as well. And as you grow and scale, you've also got VAT, which can be a real killer. And then you absolutely have to be right on top of your numbers, or you can actually get into quite a bit of trouble. And I have unfortunately seen it with growing pains of some of these Amazon business. People have been doing really well and haven't had a proper grasp of the VAT, and they've ended up with a big bill and they haven't been able to pay it because they didn't realize it was going to be that big. So this is a really important scenario. And if you're just getting started, or you've been doing well for the last couple of years and things are getting bigger and you're quite happy with your progress, you absolutely 100% need a system to be able to manage your numbers and your figures, your profit and your loss, and everything in between. Because if you don't, I can guarantee you will run into problems later on down the line. It is almost inevitable, because you need a 100% foresight in what's coming up and everything else in between, because it can come back to haunt you. So what is the solution for this? Well, there are a few different solutions, and just looking at it in a smaller perspective and figuring out how much profit you've got in an individual product, deciding it's okay, and then sending it off to Amazon is not going to be enough. Then there's a lot more going on besides, and you need to keep track of it. Another way you can do it is to download reports from Amazon, which are not the best. They're very confusing, and they only really come in these flat files and CSV formats, which is just an absolute data dump on the individual transactions. Very difficult to understand, very difficult to assimilate into a way that you can read it and understand it. So there are reports out there that will tell you what's happening, but Amazon do not make it easy to understand these. Another way, and the way I would recommend, is using a third-party software to be able to collate this information and bring it to you in a format that you can read and understand. And one which I've been using recently and I would recommend is Sellerboard. This is a software that will do several things for you, and I'm going to nip over to the computer now and just go through some of the most important things which I think Sellerboard does really well, and what I think is a solution for you to be able to keep track of all your incoming and outgoing numbers. So let's go over to Sellerboard now. I'll show you how it works and why I think it's so good. Alright, so this is Sellerboard, and this is what it looks in the main dashboard format. So the main things you can see straight away are your sales figures, net profit and gross profit here in these boxes. You have the figures for today, yesterday, this month, forecast for this month, and your last month figures as well. Straight across the top, really easy to see very quickly, and it will break it down into the constituent parts that you need to understand. So you've got your sales here on the top left, any cost you have for advertising for those sales. Then you've got your gross profit, tells you how many orders, how many units and how many refunds, your estimated payout and your net profit. And it has the same format as you can see on the daily basis as the monthly basis. So you'll always know where those individual figures are. And so you can quickly look and see this month there is a ongoing net profit of $3,197.06 in this case. This is a demo account, so you can see everything working as it would when you're using it. And if we look back at last month, we can see the gross sales here, how many orders that means, how many refunds you've got. You can actually click through and see more details from there. Your gross profit versus your net profit. What I like about this is it's easy to see. It's right there in your dashboard very quickly, so you can keep an eye on your figures very, very easily, and you can quickly see if anything is not right. Now, if we scroll down from the top of the dashboard here, we can even see the products, the individual products here. And what I like about this, it tells you how many you've got in stock, and then it's color coded as well. So if something is starting to run out, it's going to be highlighted in amber, and then if it's run out or about to run out, it's highlighted in red. So once again, you can scan down quickly and see very easily what's going on with your stock. And for each stock line, you can see how many units, how many refunds, what the sales figures are like for that individual stock line, your net profit, your margin that you've got on it, your ROI, all of the information very easily laid out, so you can see everything at a glance and it's clear and easy to understand. That's what I like about it. This is just the dashboard. As you can see here, down here on the left, you've got additional tabs that you can click on. So in the cash flow tab here, you can keep a check on and amend the amount of cash running through your business, which again is absolutely essential. You need to be able to manage what cash you have in the business, because you don't want to run out of money to be able to buy more stock halfway through the month before you get any more cash back into the business. So to be able to keep track of everything here is, again, essential and very easy and useful. And the more you use this tool, the more you'll understand how the business works in terms of the numbers. And in my opinion, it will make it easier for you to really understand the numbers in your business. If you're not someone that's a numbers person, a tool like this is very useful because it shows it in a way that is very easy to understand. If we click on here at the stock tab, once again, a really essential tool to be able to keep track of the stock in your business. So if you make an order and the stock comes in, you can allocate it a cost as it comes in, and it will then track your net profits all the way through, as well as giving you the traffic light system in terms of when you need to reorder, which again is very, very useful once you start scaling up. If we click onto the expenses tab, now you can individually record one-off expenses or regular monthly expenses as well. So if you have a tax accountant that charges you on a monthly basis, you can add that in here and set it to a monthly type. If you have warehouse rent, you can add that into a regular monthly type, even down to buying new boxes and brown packing tape. And once again, it makes it really easy not only to keep track for your own reporting, but for tax as well. It will keep track of this all the way through and give you a holistic view of your business and not just part of it. So when you're looking at the net profit for the month, you're not just looking at the sales minus the cost of the product. You're looking at the sales minus the cost of the product and your expenses to get a real view of how much money you've made in that week, on that day, and in the month as well. So in my mind, this is absolutely crucial to be able to get a proper grasp of what's going on in your business. And without something as comprehensive as Sellerboard, you really will struggle, because there are so many different things going on at once. It's impossible to be able to see what's going on until you can have something that will give you the numbers like this. So apart from the tabs down here on the left, if you look on the top, we have additional settings as well, and this one I think is super awesome. Money back tab here. What this does is shortcut the process to be able to find and discover that elusive inventory that Amazon has managed to lose, or any reimbursements you should have had which haven't been sent to you. Now this can happen periodically, especially if you're doing volume, and this can really add up over time, so it's important to semi-regularly check this. And what this does is shortcut that process really, really easily. You can simply download the report very easily at one click, either Excel or CSV, and it will even have templates here for you to contact seller support. So it literally is just a couple of clicks, copy and paste, and you can open seller support cases and get the money reimbursed that is owed to you. So really handy, a good way to shortcut this process, and a handy bonus to have on hand just to do semi-regularly, and certainly speeds up the process a great deal. So I really like that feature. So if you're looking for a comprehensive piece of software that will show you everything that's going on in your business and allow you to keep track of that in one place, then you can't go wrong with Sellerboard, in my opinion. But don't take my word for it, you can give it a try yourself. Normally they have a 1 month free trial, but if you sign up from my link down below in the description, they have kindly offered a 2 month extended free trial. So you can use it, understand it, get used to it, start inputting some of the figures and see how easy it is to use. And if it works for you, then you can start paying for it. And talking about paying for it, here are the prices. So the standard monthly billing plan is $19 a month, which is going to set you back about £14.75 in British money. And that gets you up to 3,000 orders per month, 4 additional seller accounts, and 1 additional user. If you're doing more volume than that, you can double it to 6,000 orders per month for $29, which is currently about 22 British pounds. That gets you 6 additional seller accounts and 2 additional users. So as you can see, it's quite a reasonable price. And although I always suggest caution when signing up for too many monthly payments, because that is all a cost in your business, I don't think you can cut corners when it comes to keeping track of your accounts. It is so important, and if you don't have a solution already, I think this is a good one, and I really would recommend you find a viable solution for you, because this relatively small monthly outlay is going to save you an awful lot of lost money if you get your taxes wrong, because the way the tax system works is you are the one that is going to lose out if you don't keep track of everything. That's the way it works. I think if you speak to any Amazon seller, they will probably tell you at some point they will have lost money by not keeping track of their numbers. I know I have in the beginning. It's something that a lot of people don't like to think about. It's laborious, it's daunting, but if you don't have a firm grip, the only person that's going to lose out is you, because you'll end up paying more tax than you should, and you also run the risk of getting a tap on the shoulder from the tax man who suddenly wants a big chunk of change that you don't have because you haven't kept good visibility on your numbers. So it is something I would recommend if you don't already have something in place. This one is particularly good for Amazon sellers. It literally covers everything, so you won't find a better tool for keeping track of everything. And obviously come tax time, you'll have all the information at your disposal just to give straight over to your accountant if you have one, or to be able to use to complete your own tax return if you need to. This is also going to help you if you're VAT registered in the UK as well, so it literally does cover all the bases. So if you're interested in trying this out, my affiliate link is down in the description below. I really would appreciate it if you use my link, because I get a small commission if you do, and it doesn't cost you any more, and in fact you get an additional month's free trial by using that link. So everyone's a winner, and I really do rate this software. I've been using it and I must admit it's a very decent piece of kit. Alrighty, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Let me know what you think, and if you have any tips for keeping track of your profit and loss and keeping full visibility of your numbers on Amazon. Let me know in the comments how you do it. I'm always interested to hear that sort of thing. Please give it a thumbs up if you found it useful. Subscribe if you're new around here. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Andy Lawrence, and I will catch you on the very next video. Bye for now.